Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny and welcome back to One Year 365. And today is April 1st, meaning that today is April Fool's Day. Well, at least in Asia anyway, because at the time this video is out, it's actually 00 midnight in my country. But according to the Western, countries like Europe, like America, this is still actually the 31st of March. So yeah, I guess if you're watching this, then consider this as a what is it, like a reminder. So yeah, that tomorrow will be April Fools for you guys. So yeah, we're actually not gonna prank anything, or am I? I don't know. But for sure, we'll actually talk about April Fool's Day itself, like how it's originated, like when was the first time, and what do people think about pranks in general. Like April Fools, obviously, not a lot of people actually like to be pranked, right? And yeah, this like there's this day over here. So yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, let's actually just read this article as usual. April Fool's Day or All Fool's Day is an annual custom on 1st April consisting of practical jokes and hoaxes. Okay. Jokesters often expose their actions by shouting April Fools at the recipient. Mass media can be involved in these pranks, which may be revealed as such the following day. The custom of setting aside a day for playing harmless pranks upon one's neighbor has been relatively common in the world historically. Not in my country though, unfortunately, we actually don't really care about that. So yeah, only like I don't know. I guess only like very few people. I guess, and that's pretty much it. Um, okay, April Fool's Day. What is this? An April Fool's Day prank marking the construction of the Copenhagen metro in 2001. Wow, that is actually a long time ago. Wow. I thought that this page is supposedly like updated every now and then, but 2001, that is 22 years ago, so it's probably already irrelevant. So yeah, like by that I mean, why don't you put something else that is more updated or up to date, maybe from 2020 at least, 2021 or last year perhaps. Maybe there is some kind of events or festivals like this, but yeah, also called April Fool's Day. Okay. Type will be cultural, Western, yeah, like Eastern people, like in Asia, in my country, Southeast Asian, I don't think, or even East Asian as well. I don't think we actually do this, by ourselves. We do this probably, but it's just just to follow the trend from the West, and that's pretty much it. Type will be cultural Western, okay. Significance, practical jokes, pranks. Harmless pranks, by the way, harmful pranks do exist, but I think people, start to learn that doing harmful pranks, that is actually very, I don't know, very, I don't know, like it's such a dick move, yeah, observances will be comedy. Again, not everyone considers this kind of stuff as comedy, because what if something happened, something bad happened to you, right, during the pranks, and maybe you had trauma or something in the past, and you just don't want to deal with the same activity, but you are forced to do that because you got pranked. So yeah, I don't know. um, Next time will be today, actually, April 1st, 2023. That is today. Frequency will be annual. Obviously, we don't want, like multiple days for April Fools, I guess. Origins will be, okay, this is Origins. An 1857 ticket to Watching the Lions, huh, at the Tower of London in London. No such event ever took place. Oh, that is interesting. So, they okay, so this is like invitation, okay, but the event actually never happened or never existed. That is actually some, level of pranks, I guess. But yeah, interesting. 1857. So that has been what is it? 143 plus 23, 163 years ago. That is crazy. That is a long time ago. I don't know, like maybe 7 generations ago. That is insane. Although the origins of April Fools is unknown, there are many theories surrounding it. Okay, so the origin is unknown, but people actually have some theory. Interesting. Disputed association. I mean, between first April and foolishness is in Geoffrey. Geoffrey. I don't know how to pronounce the name. The Canterbury Tales. In the Nun's Priest Tale, a vain cock Chanticleer, I don't know how to pronounce that, is tricked by a fox on since March began 30 days and 2. Since March began 30 days and 2. Wait, what? Okay. 32 days since March began, which is 1st of April. However, it is not clear that was referencing 1st of April since the text of the Nun's Priest's Tale also states that the story takes place on the day when the sun is in the sign of Taurus het Y rune 20 degrees and 1, which will not be 1st of April. Ah, interesting. Modern scholars believe that there is a copying error in the extant manuscripts and that the person actually wrote since March was gone. If so, the passage would have originally meant 32 days after March, i.e., 2nd of May, the anniversary of the engagement of King. Okay, which took place in 1381. I have no idea about what I just read there, but I think it's about, yeah, like I think some people want to reach out to connect this into something else, but it's not matching, and they just try, oh no no, this is just transliteration error and stuff like that, which is a reach out if you ask me. So yeah, this might not be it, but yeah. Let's see here. In 1508, French poet Eloy de Merval referred to a poisoned daffodil, April Fool, literally April's fish. Oh, okay. Fish. Possibly the first reference to the celebration in France. Okay. Some historians suggest that April Fools originated because in the Middle Ages, New Year's Day was celebrated on 25th March in most European towns, with a holiday that in some areas of France specifically ended on 1st of April. Okay. Um, and those who celebrated New Year's Eve on 1st of January made fun of those who celebrated on other dates by the invention of April Fool's Day. But it's a little bit of reach as well, though. Like why 1st of April, which is the end of the holiday? Why didn't you, actually target the actual day, like the 25th of March? That should be the March Fools, right? So yeah, why the first? Why you target the last day of the celebration? Why not the first day? Yeah, I don't know. This is probably another reach. I have no idea though. Maybe this is true. Maybe this is not. I have no idea. Um, the use of 1st January as New Year's Day became common in France only in the mid 16th century, and that date was not adopted officially until 1564, as called for during the, something in that. However, there are issues with this theory because there is an unambiguous reference to April Fool's Day in 1561, a nobleman who sends his servants on foolish errands on 1st of April, predating the change. April Fool's Day was also established tradition in the Great Britain before 1st of January was established as the start of the calendar year. In Netherlands, the origin of April Fool's Day is often attributed to the Dutch victory. Okay. On the 1st of April, Alpha lost his glasses. In this case, Briel glasses in Dutch serves as homonym for Brielle, the town where it happened. This theory, however, provides no explanation for the international celebration of April Fool's Day. Yeah, again, this is another reach. Next we have Foolish Holiday. 1st of April, several people were tricked into going to the Tower of London to see the Lion's Wasp. Okay, now this is interesting because this is actually an actual prank that happened. This ticket over here, right? Yeah, this one. So like maybe maybe that is just a coincidence that it happened during 1st of April. That is also possible, right? Like, you can just do anything to any prank, and at any random day, and when you first did it and it turns to be big, then people will think that, oh, this date. But yeah, I feel like it's just coincidence. I don't think necessarily these people that did this prank actually having intention that they would actually, you know, put 1st of April as prank day. I don't think so. It's just that it's coincidence, I think. So yeah. Um, let's see here. Some have expressed the belief that the origins of April Fool's Day may go back to the Genesis flood narrative. Okay. Uh, I don't know what that means, but alright. Long-standing customs. Okay, so from this history, I feel like it's just a reach. That makes sense. Yeah, like I don't know, like no one really, knows probably who was the first person to do it. During this day, like intentionally, do it in April 1st, the first time, and then since then they will always do the same thing every year. I have no idea who started that actually. And apparently, from these takes over here, it doesn't seem convincing. Unfortunately, I don't really, like believe any of these, because I feel like all of this is just a little bit of reach. And yeah, UK, okay. 1980, the BBC announced Big Ben's clock face was going digital, and whoever got in touch first could win the clock hands. Yeah, okay, okay, that is very weird, but yeah. Me personally, I wouldn't have believed that. But yeah, maybe some people actually believe this, but I don't know. Like getting, yeah, the clock hands. I feel like, what are you going to do, right? It's actually a big as well. It's actually a big hand, by the way, big clock hand. I think. Yeah, it will be a little bit too difficult for you to taking it home, and you probably wouldn't have any space in your house as well just to keep this one. So yeah, if anything though, it's gonna go to the museum, right? So yeah, it doesn't make any sense in the time I heard that. So yeah, um I don't know, maybe like people back then was easily fooled, I don't know. But yeah. Okay. Let's see here. In Ireland, okay, so that was in the UK. This one in Ireland. Um, Important letter to be given to a named person. That person will read the letter, then ask the victim to take it to someone else, and so on. Oh, okay. So it's a spam. Okay, I see. So it's like a chain message. When you got I don't know, like when you I don't know, like when you use WhatsApp or WhatsApp, the apps pretty much. Like sometimes you just get random messages from random people, and just a message that ask you to forward it to the next person. So yeah, and usually all of these things, most of these things actually hoax. So yeah, this one is probably harmless, but it's annoying. Yes, it can also turn into harmful as well, because during 2020, during the pandemic, actually, like my parents, my mom specifically, she got so many hoaxes messages from WhatsApp, from other people that like yeah, like just hoaxes pretty much. It's just to spread terror and then spread misinformation as well, like how do you treat this, like it's very it doesn't make any sense at all. Like I heard that like like One of them, telling her to use certain oil and then to put it in a tea and then you drink it, which is completely harmful, by the way. Sometime later it actually got debunked by the health expert, by the doctors and like that. That this oil was not supposed to be consumed. It's actually for outer skin, outer skin uses, but somehow this message encourage that people consume it, which is, it's extremely false and extremely wrong and dangerous. So yeah, and unfortunately my mom actually believed it, and she convinced the house to do that, for a few days until we didn't do that because like again, like it got debunked, right? So yeah. And then since then I think we just don't actually forward any messages anymore. We just decided, we agree to not do that again, because again, there is no source. It's just chain message. It can be harmless at times, but like usually, most of the time, like irresponsible people, they can turn these kind of pranks into like harmful. So yeah. Anyway, let's just skip through this. I guess this is just an example from any country. But yeah. Let's see here. Pranks, okay. A April Fool's Day pranks in Boston's public garden, warning people not to photograph sculptures, as light emitted will erode the sculptures. Now, this is actually not harmless. This is probably, like one of the useful thing as well, because it can actually make sense. There is no negative thing that come out of these. It's harmless completely. I think yeah, just not to take photograph using your blitz, because the light will destroy the thing, which is actually a thing. If you go to any museum, sometimes you will see some showcased thing. It will have the caution that for the visitors not to use flash when they are taking pictures, because it might actually destroy the thing that the museum keeps. So yeah. This might actually be useful though. Like when you see the sign like this, you probably also think that, oh, so this is actually a very prone to destroy, to be destroyed thing. So you also might think to not, you know what, I'm not gonna go near this as well, because if blitz can actually destroy this, what about physical touch, right? So yeah. And that's actually great, because again, like lesser people touching this, it's also a great thing that if you touch, sometimes you lean towards it, you hold it, and you press it with your body weight. It can actually destroy the thing. So yeah. um, Basically you apply force, so that's like physical contact. So I guess having this is actually a great thing, just to conserve things or public, like public thing, right? So yeah. Also, this is during the day as well. There is no need for you to use blitz. Again, this is a very harmless pranks in my opinion. So yeah. Let's continue. Comparable prank days, 28th December, the equivalent day in Spain and Hispanic America, is also the Christian day of celebration of the Day of the Holy Innocents. Okay, so this is basically prank day, like for other country as well, which is in December 28th. Okay, got it. Interesting. Let's see here. First day of a new month. In many English speaking countries, mainly Britain, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, it is a custom to say pinch and a punch for the first of the month, or an alternative, typically by children. The victim might respond with a flick and a kick for being so quick, and the attacker might reply with a punch in the eye for being so sly. Okay. All right. Another custom in Britain and North America is to say rabbit rabbit upon walking on the first day of a month for good luck. Huh, that is interesting. I thought people don't really believe in, such things, outside from Asian culture. Asian actually really um, respect this kind of stuff, by the way. So, like basically things to do and things not to do in specific, countries, Asian countries. And yeah, like it actually is a thing, but seeing this in the West, that is actually quite something actually quite shocking, surprising, because usually people don't really believe such thing in the West. Like they just do whatever they want to do, right? Because freedom. So yeah, it's very different culture again, and I'm actually quite surprised that they actually do such things as well. Doing things that probably doesn't make any sense. But there's actually a mean. But still, if you take a look about it the first time, it just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, but anyway, I think that'll be for this one. It's about April Fool's Day. Remember that if you want to do some pranks, make sure that it's not a harmful prank. Make sure that it's harmless. Um, do not get someone injured or hurt because that will suck. So yeah, you might actually ruin your friendship with your friends if you're not careful. So yeah, I guess I'll be for this one. Happy April Fools, I guess. Like when this video is out, it's probably literally 1st of April in Asia, but according to Western, it's still 31st of March. So I guess a little bit of heads up as well that tomorrow will be April Fools, and also like a little bit of like I don't know, like a suggestion, I guess, to not do it overly. Just know the places when you do some pranks and don't. So yeah, but anyway, then for this one, if you guys enjoyed Stay Safe, Stay Healthy. Tomorrow we'll actually talk about April for tomorrow. It's supposed to be today, but apparently there's this day over here, April Fool, so I move the discussion about April for tomorrow. But yeah, until then, until tomorrow, see ya.